So I started walking away to get inside the school building when I noticed they were walking behind me. So I started walking more quickly, and I noticed that they started running to get me. I stopped and... Hi guys, welcome back to the Quora Zone. Today we'll be reading from Have You Ever Encountered an Entitled Parent? And our first post is from Alicia S. I met several entitled parents daily when I was working from home. I live across the street from an elementary school. Every day from 2:45 to 3:45, there are parents coming to the school to pick up their kids. School gets out at 3:20. This means that these parents park and sit for around an hour until the kids get out and they all finish chatting with each other. Being across from the school, parents feel entitled to use my driveway as a parking space, either in it or blocking it, or use my steps as a place to have their cigarettes, coffees and donuts while they sit and chat. I've had to go out to tell people to get off my steps many times, so many times that I'm no longer really polite about it. Now I just say, I don't know you, so get your asses off my step. I've actually been told that they're sitting there because they're picking up their kids and can't smoke on the school side. Really? So you think I want your nasty smoke in my house? Blocking and parking in my driveway are always fun. My son would, unfortunately, come home from work around 3:15. He called me from the street to have me go out to tell a parent or two to move so he can park. They wouldn't listen to some snot-nosed kid who happened to be 30 but looked 16. I'd go out and tell these people they need to move so he could go in the driveway. I was always given a hassle. I also worked for an entertainment company doing street fairs. I was in charge of a huge blow-up slide that had a height requirement of 4 feet. I can't tell you how many parents argued with me about that. The slide was 26 feet with a vertical drop. No, I'm not letting your 3-year-old on that. I would stand in front of this thing announcing the height requirement every few minutes. If your child does not come up to my shoulder, they cannot go on this slide. Some parents would stay on the line anyway, thinking I would make an exception. Then when I didn't, they'd yell at me, call me rude names, all in front of a lot of kids, and demand that their child go on the slide. I would just respond with, obviously, I care about the safety of your child more than you. So yeah, I've met many entitled parents. Our next post is from Elmo. Yes, I have. Not one, but several at the same time. Picture children's costume Christmas party for a gym. My husband gifted me the membership because I then had access to a 50-meter pool, my preference over a gym. They offered free qualified childcare and I had 3 under 3. Now picture a very upmarket suburb, not where we live, but where complex situated. Very upmarket. So we are a single income, mortgage, 3 very young children, and we had to move to a suburb where we bought a large block. Nice walking, cycling paths along the ocean front. Not an upmarket suburb, but a waiting for God suburb, changed over time. The only way we could provide costumes for our boys was to make them ourselves. They chose Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, a British series quite big here in Australia, and this was about 1993. Ages spent sourcing large enough cardboard boxes, the correct colour paint tubes for funnels, etc., and the work began after all. The little ones were in bed. Hubby painted the faces and numbers and looked really good. Really, really good. So we had a Thomas, a Henry, and a James. My SO had to take the day off work to help me. 3 little ones and 3 large boxes walking close to the edge of the pool to get to the party room. Out of approximately 75 to 80 youngsters, only 3 were in homemade cardboard box costumes. All others were dressed in store-bought or costume shop hires. We didn't have a huge demand for costumes in Australia. The mothers turned their noses up at me as I walked in. Nothing new, but my boys were in boxes made to look like trains, and they struggled to mask their contempt until my 3 boys were named co-winners of the boys section, all the while pulling their kids away from ours. The little ones really did want to climb into the trains and play. 1 or 2 threw and were trying to pull our kids out by their hair. Now for the entitled part. They couldn't keep their child happy or quiet, so the demand started. My little Jackson wants to play with it now, so get your son to climb out now. Oh gosh, does he? Well, no, it's a costume. There would possibly be more issues if SO was with me to remove other children from trying to take over. One woman even suggested we name our price to hand one over, but it would have broken a little heart in our home. So because they appear to have more wealth than we did, we should give them what they wanted, or be prepared to break the hearts of our children to give them what they wanted by selling out. It didn't happen, and they couldn't understand. They had money from their Jimmy Choos up to their Botox lips. They spent a lot of cash to splash on perfect costumes, but their kids just wanted to play in a painted box. A pretty impressive box, I might add, but a cardboard box all the same. Our next post is from Jim Davis. When I was in middle school, I was about 14. There was that one kid that nobody liked. Both he and his family were extremely racist and homophobic, and were known to cause a huge scene every time B, let's call him B, got into trouble at school. So anyway, back to the story. My school used to organise a festival at the end of each school year. It was great fun, and they even had a huge trampoline, an obstacle course, an archery instructor, and loads of different activities each year. There was loads of food as well. So anyway, my family lived nearby, and I went there early, and since the school staff knew me, they let me in. I just sat around playing games on my phone, waiting for my friends who lived further away to arrive. While I was sitting on the staircase, I saw B arrive with his mother. I got up and left, because I can't stand them. Both B and his mother cannot put together one sentence without using some kind of homophobic or racist slur. So I started walking away to get inside the school building, when I noticed they were walking behind me. So I started walking more quickly, and I noticed that they started running to get me. I stopped and said, "Why are you following me?" B's mother. "B just wants to hang out with you. Why did you start running?" Me. "Ma'am, me and your son don't get along, and I do not wish to hang out with him. Can you leave me alone?" His mother surprisingly kept her cool and said in a very soft and calm voice, B's mother, "Oh, nonsense. You two will be good friends. I'll go now and let you two chat." I was beyond confused at this point, so I just sat down and pulled out my phone. "Come on, let's go inside." "I don't want to. Please leave me alone." B then proceeded to slap the phone out of my hand and screams, "F you, asshole. You're gonna do what I want." He then tried to grab me. I was shocked, but also mad as hell, so I tripped him and put him in an armbar. He started screaming bloody murder, and both his mother and the head mistress rushed over. Long story short, he tried to say that I hit him without reason, but fortunately another kid saw what happened. B had a history of violent outbursts, so the head mistress believed us. B was expelled, and his mother was banned from school grounds as she went apeshit and started swearing at everyone and even tried to slap me. Everything went back to normal after that, and I enjoyed the rest of the festival. Alright guys, that is all from the Quora Zone today from our amazing entitled parents. Please let me know in the comments what was your favourite entitled parent story today, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more.